Welcome back. I usually don't do first-time installations on video, but I needed to get this installed and I might as well record it. So we'll do the review and the first-time installation at the same time. Hopefully I won't mess things up too bad since I didn't practice. But anyway, thanks for joining us again. Today we're reviewing the Recover multi-slot rail system for the Glock 19 and 17. I've been meaning to get one of these for my, I own a 19 and a 17, and I've been wanting to get one of these to test on my 19, because as you see, the light laser combo that I have on here is a TLR4 by Streamlight, and it sits a little too far forward. And actually, before we go any further, let's do a safety check. I've already safety checked the weapon, but we'll do it just for the sake of the video. You notice there's no magazine. Chamber is empty. Nothing in there. And we will clear. Okay, so we have a totally clear weapon. All right, for safety purposes. So anyway, the Streamlight TLR4 light laser combo system sits a little too far back. If you see, I don't have big hands. I have, you know, normal size hands, and it's a, I mean, it's not a super stretch. I can activate it, but it'd be nicer if it was sitting a little bit further back. And unfortunately, you know, Glock does its own thing with its rail. I don't know why Gaston Glock said, "Oh, you should only have one slot for this rail system." It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, I like the Picatinny rails because they have multiple slots, right? So you have multiple slots, so you can slide things forward and backwards along that guide. So we're going to go ahead and just take this guy off, and then we're going to install that that multi-slot rail. And okay, so we've got it off, and you see as the 19's got that single rail. So now I'm going to take the instructions out, and pretty straightforward. You just take the two halves, put it on there, put the two screws in, screw it in with the provided Allen wrench, and you should be up and running in a minute or two. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Alright, so let's see here. Which way does this guy go? According to the picture, it's more likely on that side. Okay. And oh yeah, it even has an R, so that's handy. So it, I don't know if you can see it in the video there, but there's an R stamped in. And there should be an L stamped in. Yep, there's an L stamped in on this side here. So if you know your left from your right, it should be pretty simple to install. And then we'll put these guys in. Let's see if this catches on the first try, and it feels like it's catching. Yep, caught. We'll fully tighten it in a minute. We'll get this other one on here. It goes in those slots there, so that's nice. It's nice and flush. Okay, so we're tightening this guy up. So there are sales I got on Amazon for a good deal, but it basically says, hey, it's easy installation, no modifications to your weapon. You don't need to go to a gunsmith. And they're pretty much right. It seems pretty good quality. That thing is not moving. It's glass reinforced plastic, and the finish seems to match the Glock finish. So it looks nice on the Glock. I don't like the fact that it drops the rail a little bit here. Let's measure how far it actually drops it. So the original rail's here, so it drops it half, like 3/8 of an inch down. So it is going to drop your accessories down a little bit. Alright, so let's see here. Let's see if we can get this guy back on without fighting a lot with it. Yeah, so it really does drop stuff down lower. So interesting enough, this really didn't buy me a whole lot here because of the size of this combo laser and how it sits. All it really did was just drop it, 3/8 of an inch down, and it's still sitting basically as far back as it was before. It's actually worse now because it's sitting lower. It's harder to depress because this is even lower than it was. So I'll be taking this off here, and it doesn't seem, I don't know what's going on, but it's not catching, sitting up far enough. So maybe for this laser light combo system, this solution isn't going to work very well. I have another laser that I reviewed in another review on my Glock 19. I'm going to install this one on here and see how this sits. Yeah, actually for this particular solution, this would work a lot better because it definitely sits further back. I can get this pin through here. Yep. Okay, yeah, so it needs to be in that slot right there. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so I got it on, and what I found is that yeah, it definitely adds the additional cutouts for the rail, but it doesn't really put it far enough back because I guess the way the cutouts are done. Plus, I don't like the fact that it drops it so much lower. So when you're holding the weapon, now this is a 17, so it's much longer than a 19, but I can like barely reach. I can't even toggle it without like holding it with my other hand. So this isn't going to work for me. It might work for other people. It's not going to work for me. So I'm going to return this. But I mean, it's got a nice quality build and easy to install. It definitely adds additional rail system, but I just don't like the fact that it drops this so low. Hopefully this recover multi-slot Picatinny rail solution works for your Glock 19 or 17. Doesn't work for mine, but may work for yours. So check them out.